Consecutive win under Pochettino, but pretty much the topic of Moises Caicedo hanging over this game from start to finish. Afterwards, Roberto De Zerbi asked about the whole situation, and he said if Caicedo leaves, we have to substitute him with a great player because this year we play in the Europa League, unlike Chelsea. Now, Brighton are valuing him at 100 million, signed a new contract in March. There's been 2 rejected bids now. Chelsea have tried twice and had their offers turned back by Brighton at this stage. But my question to you, Frank Leboeuf, is can Chelsea afford not to get him?
Not really. I always talk about, having good player, and if you cannot, and on top of it, experienced player, which is not really the case of Caicedo. But no doubt, but they need to fulfill, spots in the middle of the park. They have Fernandes, they have Gallagher, but it's not enough for a club who wants to reach the Champions League and especially and maybe I don't think that it's doubtful. Maybe getting the Premier League, but they need to get him, but they need to get some others as well. I think it's not enough. Nobody's going to get carried away by 2 friendly games. We see everything that we want to see. It's better in terms of attacking, but defensively, when you are 11 against 10 and concede 2 goals, there are some question marks. But it's still a big work at Chelsea. They still try to get players. It would be nice to have Caicedo. Nobody worth more than 100 million, but that's what it is nowadays. And we saw with Mudryk, we saw some other players, and Enzo Fernandez as well, but also Martial at Manchester United, Maguire. That when you are close to 100 million, doesn't mean that you're worth 200 million because you can be disappointed. But the player showed so much talent last season playing for Brighton that if it's possible for Chelsea to get him, I would be absolutely pleased.
Jan, you seemed very pleased with what De Zerbi had to say about the whole situation with regards to the Europa League and Chelsea.
Yeah, I love that. I love De Zerbi changing the topics, saying that they need the player more than Chelsea because they are represented in Europe. And of course, it's quite interesting because, like Frank is saying, Chelsea will need that kind of player. But of course, he's a very central and vital part of Brighton as well. Having said that, I think that at the end of the day, they will get him because Brighton know where they are, where's their position in the landscape of the football world. They know that the next player they will get, that they try to take to Brighton, they will have to tell him that if you do well here, you can come to one of the greatest clubs. And yes, there's no disrespect to Brighton. They're in the Europa League. They were fantastic last season. But in a longer term, Chelsea is the bigger club. And I also, don't forget that. The players kind of see that. There's a lot of journalists ask players, yeah, but how do you think the reaction is that the player is going to Chelsea or Liverpool or Manchester United? Players do respect that because we know that is the kind of change we're in. And when you take the next level, that will be respected by the players. Will be respected by the managers? Of course not. He wants the best team, as De Zerbi is so brilliantly saying.
Everybody at Brighton, including the players, know exactly the situation. And if Caicedo leaves, they'll be sad. The same way they were sad about McAllister. But they understand where they are in the pecking order. And they cannot afford to be turning down 100 million offers. And it's kind of the same conversation with Caicedo going to Chelsea as we had about Caicedo going to Arsenal. We said that Caicedo changes everything at Arsenal, makes them way better, makes them definitely contenders against City. And what this does for Chelsea is Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo in the middle of the park, again, changes what we think will happen with Chelsea in the Premier League. From struggling to get in the top 4 to absolutely pushing to get in the top 4. So the 100 million is worth every penny of it. And I'll tell you what, if I'm playing in Chelsea's back 4 and I've got those 2 sitting in front of me, I'm a happy camper. And by the way, if I'm playing up front, if I'm playing the part 3 or the front 3, and I've got those 2 sitting behind me, I'm a happy camper. So it's huge. If they get this guy, this changes Chelsea's Premier League season next year for me, big time.
Frank, you're smiling listening to what Stevie's saying here.
Yeah, because that's absolutely what I think as well. Now we have to pray for the best. We have to pray that they're going to get along very well, that they're not going to get injured, and the world would be absolutely perfect. And we know the season is long. Well, Chelsea doesn't have the European campaign, so it's possible for them to play the 38 games and all the domestic cups. But again, we don't know how Caicedo is going to settle down as well. If he's the player that he was last year with Brighton, no doubt, that's a plus. And as Steve said, it was every penny of it. But it might need some time. We see today Mudryk being maybe for the 2 first game being another player, but for the time that he signed, it took like five months or even more for him to settle down, like some of the players that will come to a new club. So yeah, it's a good match if everything works, but it's not enough. It's not enough for Chelsea. You cannot bet on only Caicedo in the middle of the park. You need somebody else in case he's not in a perfect world.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.